Imagine waking up one day and realizing something impossible. You are the last member of your species. No family, no friends, no one left who speaks your language, no one who understands your stories, no one who shares your memories. This sounds like science fiction, but around 40,000 years ago, somewhere in Europe, the very last Neanderthal may have experienced exactly that. The final survivor of an entire human species. Before modern humans spread across the planet, another type of human walked the Earth, the Neanderthals. They were shorter than most modern humans, but far stronger. Their bodies were built for survival in harsh environments. They hunted giant animals. They endured brutal Ice Age winters. And they lived across Europe and Western Asia for hundreds of thousands of years. For a very long time, they were among the most successful humans on Earth. But their story was approaching its final chapter. Around 50,000 years ago, modern humans began expanding into territories already occupied by Neanderthals. For the first time, two different human species shared much of the same world. Modern humans brought advantages that may have changed everything. Larger social networks, more extensive trade, better communication, and perhaps a greater ability to spread new ideas and technologies. For thousands of years, both species existed side by side. Sometimes they competed for food and territory. Sometimes they interacted peacefully. And sometimes they had children together. In fact, many people alive today still carry a small amount of Neanderthal DNA inside them. But, while humans expanded, Neanderthal populations slowly began to decline. Their numbers became smaller, their communities became more isolated, and their future became increasingly uncertain. The disappearance of the Neanderthals did not happen overnight. It was a slow process that unfolded across thousands of years. Small groups became separated from one another. Finding mates became more difficult. Food sources changed. The climate shifted. Competition increased. Generation after generation, their numbers continued to fall. Communities that had survived for countless centuries began to vanish. Eventually, only a handful of groups remained. Scientists believe some of the final Neanderthals may have lived in parts of southern Spain. Imagine being one of them. Your tribe gets smaller every year. The elders disappear. The children become fewer. The familiar faces around you slowly vanish. The world that belonged to your people for hundreds of thousands of years is fading away. And there is nothing you can do to stop it. Nobody knows who the last Neanderthal was. We do not know their name. We do not know their age. We do not know exactly where they died. History never recorded their existence. But statistically, there had to be a final individual. One last Neanderthal, the final representative of an entire human species. Imagine that moment. The last person carrying a culture, a language, and a way of life that stretched back hundreds of thousands of years. When they took their final breath, there was no audience, no ceremony, no monument, no one left to remember them. Just silence. And with that moment, a human species disappeared forever. Yet the story does not end there. Neanderthals are not completely gone. Their DNA still survives inside millions of people alive today. In a strange and unexpected way, part of them survived. Not through cities, not through kingdoms, not through monuments carved in stone, but through us. Inside our bodies, inside our genes, tiny fragments of a vanished people continue to exist, a living connection to a world that disappeared tens of thousands of years ago. The last Neanderthal died long ago. Their name is lost. Their face is forgotten. And the moment of their passing went unnoticed by the world. But perhaps they never truly disappeared. Because somewhere inside your DNA, there may still be a tiny piece of their story, a final echo of a human species that once walked beside us. And in that way, the last Neanderthal may still be here.